All right, let's get right to it. We're going to walk through how to find the perfect dog trainer for you and your best friend, right here in Murrieta.
And you know what? It is a big decision. You're not just hiring someone for a few lessons. You're really investing in a better relationship with your dog and a more peaceful life together. So yeah, let's make sure you get it right.
So the question is, how do you sift through the options and find the perfect match for your dog and your lifestyle here in our town? Let's figure that out.
Think of this as your personal roadmap. By the time we're done, you'll have a really clear plan to help you pick a trainer with total confidence.
Okay, before we get into the nuts and bolts, let's talk about the end goal here. It's not just about getting your dog to sit. It's about living a great life together in Murrieta.
Just picture it for a second. You're taking a calm, stress-free walk down the Murrieta Creek Trail. No pulling, no lunging. Or maybe you're at Town Square Park and your dog is just politely greeting people. You could be grabbing a bite at the Mills patio, totally relaxed, or weaving through the crowds at the promenade without a single issue. That's the reality that good training can create. Okay, step one. Before you can choose, you gotta know what your options are. So let's break down the two big things: training philosophies and the different ways training is offered.
You'll hear this term a lot, positive reinforcement. And for good reason. It's pretty much the modern standard. All it means is you reward the behavior you want to see more of. It works, it's kind, and honestly, it just helps you and your dog build a much stronger, more trusting friendship.
So, what's the right setup for you?
Well, group classes are fantastic for getting your dog used to focusing on you even with other dogs and people around. A must-have skill for life here. On the other hand, private lessons are perfect for those very specific things that happen at home, like, barking at every single delivery truck or deciding the kitchen counter is a buffet.
All right, now that you have an idea of what you're looking for, how do you find the right person? How can you tell if someone is a real professional? Well, a big piece of the puzzle is understanding their certifications.
Ever see a bunch of letters after a trainer's name and just kind of glaze over? Let's make sense of them. Something like CPD-TK is a great sign for general puppy or obedience training. It means they've passed a comprehensive exam. If you're dealing with more specific issues, like your dog is really reactive, a certification like IABC-DBC shows they have deeper knowledge and behavior. And for more serious challenges, like severe anxiety or aggression, credentials like CTC or CBCKA mean that trainer has a very high level of specialized expertise.
And of course, there's always the practical side of things, the budget. Let's take a look at what you can generally expect to invest in training around here.
Which brings us right to step 3, planning your budget. Just having a ballpark idea of the costs helps you make a choice that you can stick with.
So here's a quick look at the typical costs you'll find in and around Murrieta. As you can see, group classes tend to be the most affordable starting point. As you get more personalized one-on-one attention with private lessons or intensive programs like a board and train, the investment goes up. It's really about matching your dog's needs with what works for your wallet.
Okay, you've done your homework, you have a budget in mind, and you've found a few trainers that look promising. Now it's time to actually talk to them and see if it's a good fit. This is where a little checklist comes in handy.
When you hop on a call with a potential trainer, have these questions ready. You want to make sure their approach feels right to you. Ask about their credentials. A great trainer won't just have a one-size-fits-all program. They'll explain how they'll customize it for your dog. And definitely get clarity on how you'll both know if it's working and what all the costs are up front. No surprises.
So once you find your trainer, that's when the real fun starts. It's time to take all those new skills and put them to the test in the real world, right here in our community.
Being a great dog owner is also about being a great neighbor. And a big part of that is knowing the local rules and where you can go to practice. Let's just run through the big ones real quick. In Murrieta, your dog has to be on a leash that's 6 feet long or less whenever you're off your property. A current rabies vaccination is required for all dogs over 4 months old. And you'll need to have a Riverside County dog license. Pretty straightforward stuff, and it's all there to keep everyone safe.
So where can you go practice? We have some amazing spots. The dog park at Los Alamos Hills Sports Park is perfect for working on recall in a fenced-in area. The Murrieta Creek Trail gives you plenty of real-world distractions for practicing loose leash walking. Town Square Park is great during quieter times, and if you want a beautiful place for a training hike, the Santa Rosa Plateau is fantastic.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The right trainer does so much more than teach commands. They really help you build a stronger, happier, more connected relationship with your dog. It changes everything for the better. So, I guess the only thing left to ask is, what's the first adventure you're going to tackle?
With a confident, well-behaved dog, all of Murrieta really opens up. Enjoy those peaceful walks, those easy visits with friends, and just the quiet confidence of having an amazing canine partner, whether you're at home or out and about in our wonderful community. Best of luck on your training journey.